Legends say we're made of stardust, and at the same time, it is said that every legend has a kernel of truth. Well, my legend starts with that. It begins where time has no measure and space does not exist, where everything resides in energy, or rather, let's call it light. We are all light. I like to think that somewhere, a gathering like the Council of Elders broke the primordial sphere of energy into billions of pieces, which they released into the universe. So here comes what I think is the stardust we are made of. The task of these strings of energy would be to evolve in wisdom and to tend to complement each other, clinging together as they recognize themselves as part of a whole above them. This could explain the stories about soulmates, twin flames, or other similar concepts. We are all parts of a much larger whole. Some who analyze these concepts more deeply say that we live in times when the soulmates and the twin flames are much more simultaneously on this earth. I think they are right, but they do not pose the problem properly. We are not more than one with possible emotional connections on earth because we decided or happened to come, but because we lived so many lives all, so that the level of evolution we have reached now allows many of us to recognize each other more easily. Okay, but who am I to launch concepts? Nobody, and that's exactly the charm. I am just a being who likes to look at both the stars and the people, who sees the sparkle both in the eyes of a human being and in the eyes of a puppy, who hugs a tree because she can. I am a being who does not accept to alter his own concepts, but prefers to believe in his own value more than in anything else. Why do I believe in my own value the most? Because, like you, I am energy, light, in its pure form. I just have to listen to myself to understand what the universe wants me to understand now, at this stage of my life. What the universe has in store for you cannot be explained to you by anyone else. I studied enough in my life. I started from the premise that only education can be the background of human evolution, and up to a point it is. But each of us experiences moments of epiphany. Some scare us, others we understand and embrace. We always seek, consciously or not, guidance, either from others smarter than us or from supreme entities in which we tend to believe, in concepts thought by others that seem to suit us at the given moment. But too few times we seek guidance from ourselves. It is not difficult to access the simple parts inside your being. You do not need details around you to facilitate this. You don't need to live 7 years between monks, suppress your desires, or be an expert in meditation. You just have to understand that you exist and have a story of your own. Always believe in your story. Remember that all you hear around you are the stories of others, not the absolute truth, not necessarily the guidance you need. Like any normal being, I come in contact with many people, but the last few years offered me something invaluable, forced me and everyone around me, in an even greater proportion of social interactions, to transpose ourselves in the online environment. Interactions between people have changed. I found that online we are completely different. But here's the beauty. We are not others because we allow ourselves to hide behind a user. Although I am convinced that for some this also matters, but for the fact that we must strive harder to make ourselves understood in the absence of nonverbal language.